Hey guys! In this video, I'm going to give you the top 30 phrases you probably did not learn in your English class. These are important phrases you need to know to be fluent in English and to speak more like a native. If you are about to travel to an English-speaking country, or if you have English-speaking friends, these phrases are for you. This is the best video to give you several useful phrases, so let's get started. If you find any of these phrases useful, new, or confusing, comment down below and I will respond to every comment. Barking up the wrong tree means you're looking for a solution to a problem in the wrong place. So imagine you lost your keys, and you start looking for them in the fridge when they're actually on the table. It's that feeling of frustration when you realize you've been trying to solve a problem the wrong way, like trying to solve a math problem with the wrong formula.
If you're here for some kind of tip, you're barking up the wrong tree.
If you're accusing me of larceny, you're barking up the wrong tree.
So if you're looking for an investment from me, you might be, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Beat around the bush is when someone avoids saying something directly or frankly, usually because they're hesitant or uncomfortable. It's like when you're trying to ask your friend if they're okay, but instead of just asking, you start talking about the weather or other random stuff before finally getting to the point and asking the question you want to ask.
Rather than beat around the bush, I'm just going to come right out and say it. Richard, you have...
So what happened to you?
Wow, you don't beat around the bush.
What's up?
And it's just that, well...
Bess, let's not beat around the bush.
Break the ice is all about making people feel more relaxed in a situation, especially when it's a bit awkward or tense. It's like when you tell a joke at the start of a meeting to lighten the mood, or when you introduce yourself to someone new to help ease the tension.
Why don't we play a good old-fashioned game of truth or dare to break the ice?
I think we need to break the ice before the wedding.
And if you need to break the ice, think of a good joke.
Comparing apples to oranges, or simply saying apples to oranges, is when someone suggests that two things are not usefully comparable because they're so different. It's like trying to decide whether pizza or ice cream is more delicious. They're both delicious, but in totally different ways, so it's hard to make a fair comparison.
Mom, that's like apples and oranges.
You and them, it's like apples and oranges.
Cut to the chase means getting straight to the point quickly without wasting time on unnecessary details. It's like when you're watching a movie and you just want to skip to the exciting part instead of sitting through all the boring parts. Or if your friend is telling you a story with a lot of details and you want them to get to the interesting part of the story, you would say, cut to the chase.
Look, I'll cut to the chase, Moneybags. We're in a jam.
But we don't have much time, so I'm going to cut to the chase.
Well, Frank, there's no easy way to bring this up, so let's just cut to the chase.
Yeah, I heard that you were all great and powerful, and I came all this way, and I was kind of sort of hoping that maybe...
Let's just cut to the chase.
Down to the wire is when something happens right up until the last minute, like finishing a project just before the deadline or scoring the winning goal in the final seconds of a game. It's that feeling of excitement and pressure when time is running out, but you manage to succeed in the end. For example, you can say, my homework is due tomorrow and I'm still not finished. It's down to the wire now.
We're down to the wire on this, fellas. We need results.
He's expecting results. It's getting down to the wire.
Drop a bombshell is when someone shares shocking or surprising news that catches everyone off guard, like announcing that you're quitting your job and moving to another country. It's that moment of disbelief and surprise when something unexpected happens out of nowhere.
Dropping a bombshell like that, you owe me big.
Name it.
And so it was that just 8 short months ago, John Malkovich dropped the bombshell that sent shockwaves through the entertainment community.
I'm here! What's this big bombshell?
Give someone the cold shoulder is when you intentionally ignore someone, usually because you're upset with them or you want to use your body language to indirectly let them know that you're not interested in talking to them. It's like when you see a friend you had a fight with at a party, but instead of saying hi, you turn your back and start talking to someone else.
So then we go for her friends. But they will all give us the cold shoulder because nobody likes to be second choice.
What is this? I try to go say hello to Artie. He gives me the cold shoulder. Can't be seen with it.
Hang in there is an expression of encouragement to persevere through a difficult situation. Like when you're going through a difficult period in your life and someone tells you to keep going because things will get better. It's that reminder that even though things might be tough right now, you have the strength to keep going and come out stronger on the other side.
Hang in there. Things will get better.
Hang in there. It's
gonna get better.
So you hang in there, man. You hear me? You hang in there.
I hate to break it to you is used before delivering bad news or an unpleasant truth. Like when you have to tell your friend that their favorite restaurant closed down or that their new haircut doesn't look as good as they hoped. It's that moment of hesitation before delivering news that you know someone won't want to hear, but you have to tell them anyway. Usually it is phrased as, I hate to break it to you, but...
Mom, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think he's after your money.
Listen, I hate to break it to you, but your favorite chef is not the nicest chef in town.
Really?
Really?
Well, I hate to break it to you, Rockstar, but you are wasting your time.
I'm just saying is like adding a warning before you share your thoughts, especially if they might not be received well. It's like saying, I'm just throwing this out there. Take it or leave it. For example, if you're critiquing a friend's outfit, you might say, I'm just saying maybe those pants don't quite go with that shirt.
I'm just saying there's a lot of psychos out there.
Hey, I'm just saying. He might be weird.
I'm just saying she's very pretty and very interested in you.
It is what it is about accepting reality, even if it's not ideal. It's a way of acknowledging and accepting a situation without spending time thinking or talking about it too much. For instance, if your favorite pizza restaurant is closed, you might sigh and say, well, it is what it is. I'll just order something else.
It is what it is. We got to deal with it. But it is what it is. We got.
Hey, things don't work out. It is what it is.
The tenant was in some kind of coma or something. And it is what it is, so they're gonna pull the plug.
Well, accidents happen. I mean, it is what it is.
Kill two birds with one stone means accomplishing two tasks with a single action. It's all about efficiency and multitasking. For example, if you're going to the grocery store and also need to return library books, you might think, I'll kill two birds with one stone and drop off the books at the library on my way to the grocery store.
This piece of evidence, we're pretty sure we can kill two birds with one stone. Nail Esteban and Scarsetti, and it may lead us to some...
I just figured you wanted to kill two birds with one stone.
Two birds, one stone.
No worries is a casual way of saying don't stress about it. It's a way to reassure someone that everything's okay and there's no need to worry. For instance, if your friend apologizes for being late, you might say, no worries, you're here now, and that's what matters.
Sorry, I'm late.
No, it's fine. No worries.
I'll fix your windscreen, no worries.
Once in a blue moon describes something that happens very rarely. It's like spotting a shooting star. It's a rare and special event. For example, if you see your shy coworker dancing at the office party, you might say, wow, that happens once in a blue moon.
Every once in a blue moon, a college kid or drifter will sneak in through the window for a good night's sleep in the morning.
An opportunity like this comes along once in a blue moon.
Only once in a blue moon did they condescend to hear an appeal.
Piece of cake means something is incredibly easy to do. It's similar to saying, this is so easy it's like taking candy from a baby. For instance, if someone asks if you can fix their computer, and it's a simple issue for you, you might reply, sure, it'll be a piece of cake.
Compared to that, this will be a piece of cake.
Yeah, a piece of cake. Give us something harder next time.
Later. You make the pickup.
Piece of cake.
Right, so when you see me, you distract the guard, so Uday will have to throw me out himself. I'll pick his pocket, and it'll be a piece of cake, trust me.
Pull some strings is about using your influence or connections to get something done. It's like having a friend who knows the manager at your favorite restaurant and can get you a table on a busy night. For example, if you need help getting tickets to a sold-out concert, you might say, I'll see if I can pull some strings and get us in.
Kylie managed to pull some strings and get your
Files from the hospital.
Pull some strings with Apple, get her a prototype of the new iPhone.
Speak of the devil is something you say when the person you were just talking about arrives. It is a light-hearted way of acknowledging that someone you were just talking about suddenly appears. It's like jokingly blaming your conversation for summoning them. For instance, if you were just discussing your friend Sarah and then she walks into the room, you might say, speak of the devil, there she is.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Celia!
Hey, Robin.
Oh.
Hi, Dad.
Speak of the devil. How you doing, son?
Fun.
Speak of the devil, how'd it go?
Great.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Spill the beans means revealing a secret or sharing information that was supposed to be kept a secret. It's like letting a secret slip out. For example, if you mention a surprise party in front of the birthday person, you might say, oops, I didn't mean to spill the beans.
So I tried to get you to spill the beans, which you wouldn't do.
Oh, Jillian, Joe isn't at home.
And listen, if you've come to spill the beans, don't bother. Shirley, I haven't come to spill any beans.
Come on, spill the beans.
Take it or leave it means presenting something with no room for negotiation. The other person can either accept it as it is or reject it entirely. It's like saying, "This is my final offer. You can take it or leave it." For example, if you're selling a used car and you've set a fixed price, you might say to a potential buyer, "Here's the price. Take it or leave it."
That's all I've got to offer you. Take it or leave it.
That's today's menu. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it, non-negotiable.
Take it with a grain of salt is a warning phrase, suggesting that you should be a little doubtful of what you're hearing. For example, if a friend tells you a rumor that they heard about someone, you might say, "I'll take it with a grain of salt until I hear it from the person themselves."
Take everything I say with a grain of salt.
Honey, it's important to take the future with a grain of salt.
I've always taken you with a grain of salt.
The ball is in your court means it's your turn to make a decision or take action. It's like it's up to you to make the next move. For instance, if your friend asks you where you want to go this weekend, and you don't have a preference, you might say, "I am good with anywhere. The ball's in your court. Let me know what you have in mind."
Comedy. The point is to keep the ball in your court. Really bad.
And the last thing I want to do is put the ball in your hands, but I do know this.
The elephant in the room refers to an obvious problem or issue that everyone is aware of but nobody wants to talk about. It's like having a big gray elephant standing in the middle of the room. It is impossible to ignore. For example, if there's tension between two coworkers but nobody talks about it, you might say, "It looks like we've got an elephant in the room that nobody wants to acknowledge."
Listen, I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
It's a culture. It's always been the elephant in the room, and now you're going to play it. Okay, how about...
Okay, you guys, we can talk about how cute I look or just not acknowledge the elephant in the room.
To cut corners means to take shortcuts or do something in a way that's not entirely proper or thorough. It's like trying to save time or money by skipping necessary steps. For instance, if a builder uses cheap materials to finish a project quickly, they might be accused of cutting corners.
The guys who cut corners cannot be trusted.
Now, I'm not telling you to cut corners, but we need to move things along.
To go down the rabbit hole means to become deeply involved with the details of a situation or topic, often to the point of obsession or confusion. For example, if you start researching a topic online and end up clicking through dozens of related articles and videos, you might say, "I went down the rabbit hole and lost track of time."
I am so far down the rabbit hole, look.
You will fall down the rabbit hole of deception and trickery like nothing you've ever known.
It's all right, Jamie. We went down that same rabbit hole.
To go the extra mile means to make an additional effort beyond what is required or expected. It's like doing more than you have to achieve a goal or satisfy someone's needs. For instance, if you stay late at work to finish a project, even though it's not due until next week, you're going the extra mile.
Are you, Jack? Are you willing to go the extra mile?
I really think you should consider giving me extra credit for going the extra mile. I mean,
John, I have heard you give some very inspirational speeches to your players about stepping up under pressure and going the extra mile.
To hit the nail on the head means to describe something perfectly accurately. For example, if someone guesses exactly why you're feeling upset without you having to explain, you might say, "You've hit the nail on the head."
I think we hit the nail on the head.
With your usual acuteness, you've hit the nail straight on the head.
You hit the nail on the head, Mr. Gustav.
To hit the sack is a casual way of saying, "I'm going to bed." It's like hitting a soft pillow with a satisfying sigh at the end of a long day. For instance, if you're feeling tired and ready to call it a night, you might say, "Well, it's getting late. Time to hit the sack."
I'm tired, I'm gonna hit the sack.
It's been a long day.
Time to hit the sack.
We should probably hit the sack. It's getting late.
To put all your eggs in one basket means to risk everything on a single opportunity or investment. For example, if someone invests all their money in a single business opportunity, you might warn them, "Be careful not to put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your investments."
Don't put all your eggs in one basket so early in life like I did, Sadie.
This is kind of putting all our eggs in one basket, isn't it?
Look, Bob, don't put all your eggs in one basket, okay?
To put something on the back burner means to delay dealing with something, often because it's not a priority at the moment. It's like moving a pot to the back burner of the stove to simmer slowly while you focus on more pressing tasks. For example, if you decide to postpone planning a vacation because you're busy with work, you might say, Let's put the vacation plans on the back burner for now and revisit them when we have more time.
The death of your pensioner will have to go on the back burner for a while.
Whatever. My plans are kind of on the back burner.
Why are they on the back burner?
Cat and Charlie seems like a company to track, but for right now, let's put it on the back burner and keep looking.
Now it's your turn to practice. I'm going to, after a long day at work. I'm going to hit the sack after a long day at work. When it comes to choosing between a beach vacation and a ski trip, it's like they offer different experiences. When it comes to choosing between a beach vacation and a ski trip, it's like comparing apples to oranges. They offer different experiences. I tried to, by pretending to know how to play the guitar at the party, but everyone could tell I was faking it. I tried to break the ice by pretending to know how to play the guitar at the party, but everyone could tell I was faking it. So there you have it, guys. What was your favorite phrase? Remember, these expressions can really help make your English sound more natural and fluent, helping you sound more like a native speaker. If you find any of these phrases useful, new, or confusing, comment down below and I will respond to every comment.